Howdy folks, it's DIECAST Buffet here again, and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 Season Mode. So, we've already raced 6 races in 2004, and it's time for race number 7 out of 36, the NAPA Auto Parts 500 at California. Now, we won this race last year. We won this race, and the year before it was a disaster. Not disaster, but it was just a bad gamble. We're coming back to our track where we got our first win in 2003. Can we do it again? This is definitely a really good racetrack for Roush. I'm definitely feeling confident, but the point standings is where I'm worried about, man. 311 points behind yours truly, Sterling Marlin. Just kidding, it's Mark Martin, actually. Mark Martin is leading the points. He's got one championship. He won it in 2002. But let's be honest, folks. He could retire at any season at this point. So, there's no question that this is going to be an interesting battle. Last 2 champions are battling now, and, you know, of course, Dale Jarrett, who's got a championship of himself, but Rusty Wallace got the win last week at Bristol. What paint scheme we're going to run? We're going to run just our normal Sicko colors, and let's go to California. Remember how I said that we won this race last year? Well, we disqualified 12th. I was expecting to have a pole run, and we don't actually have the pole this time, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. We're going to be starting 12th today. Can we get our first win in 2004 at the same racetrack? Let's go trackside here in Fontana.
MRN is in Fontana, California, home of the California Speedway for today's NAPA Auto Parts 500. It's another great day for racing. Pit strategy could be a major factor in this race, Barney.
Well, you're right. Fuel mileage is a big concern for a lot of teams. All the green flag racing means they'll have to be very careful when they decide to pit for fuel.
Jeff Burton has been working hard at qualifying all season, and it's really showing.
Man, is it paying off for those guys.
Yes, sir.
It seems like each and every week that car is starting in the top 10.
The 175 car really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
In 1989, Bobby Hamilton got his first start in NASCAR as part of a production for a stock car racing movie.
Well, that's one heck of a way to break onto the circuit. Wasn't too long before he was racing full-time. He won Rookie of the Year honors in 1991.
Engines are fired, and look at that, folks. The Ganassi Dodge of not Sterling Marlin, but Jimmy Spencer. Right now, is California dreaming with a pole here. Let me tell you, man, Ganassi has been stepping up their program. They almost won the Brickyard last year. They won last year's championship. They won back-to-back Daytona 500s. They've stepped up their program. Now, I expect the 41 and the 46 to drop off pretty well. I think the 119 might hang up there for a little bit. But let me tell you, man, Ganassi, they are itching for a win in that 41 car. I could definitely see it happening. I remember in 2002 in this game, Spencer had like 4 or 5 poles. He would have had 7 or 8, I think it was, if I didn't win all those poles. Like, he was always in the front row next to me. It was really interesting. Anyways, green flag here at Fontana. 25 laps around California Speedway. We're going to get up close and personal with our teammate Matt Kenseth, trying to get the car up to speed. Oh my God, it is extremely loose. Now, I'm hoping that the tire wear will kind of help this car mature a little bit, and we'll be able to get a good loose and tight ratio. Anyways, we got to keep up with these cats. They are certainly faster in 2004 compared to 2003. I can confirm that. That at each year they do get faster. I can confirm that. That theory is confirmed. I feel like the AIs are tougher, man. I feel it. Like the way you run up on them and they run up you. I feel like they're faster, man. we go. On the inside of Matt Kenseth. Oh, boy. And there's points. Second in points leader, actually. Second points place guy, Sterling Marlin, in his Dodge. So Dodge is mixing it up here in California, but let's get a top 5 update. Your leader is Jimmy Spencer in the 46 car of Ashton Lewis. That is your top 2 in the Auto Club 500. Amazing. Oh my God, man, we're going to really sail it on in there. And shades of restrictor plate racing. I mean, we have been bottled up. I mean, this is crazy, man. They are just not separating. This is definitely some intense racing. And I think the problem is the 2 cars up front are slow. And no one can get around them. I mean, look at this. Scott Wimmer, who moved over from the 23 car to the 43, is in the top 10 at California right now in that Cheerios Dodge. I'm telling you, Dodge has been stepping up their program. They added Jamie McMurray in the 7 car. They added Scott Wimmer in the 43. They got Jimmy Spencer on pole today. They've won the last 2 500s. They won last year's championship. I mean, my God, are they just rolling right now. Ironically enough, I think Chevrolet, or I don't know, besides Dale Jr., Chevrolet is pretty much pooped a duck. Because Roush and whatever, you know, Ganassi have been the top 2 cats. Anyways, we're going to go way down below to get around Scott Wimmer, the Cheerios Dodge. But man, we are bottom feeding, and this is what I was talking about earlier with our car maturing. The tires they're not worn, but they're not, you know, they're kind of scuffed. So we're able to run the bottom a little bit better. Plus, the 41 car is out of the lead, and that kind of just opened up the canal, so to speak. And now we got a UPS Ford and Bill Elliott, what could be his last year, his Dodge running second. But it's been really crazy how the Monte Carlos and the Pontiacs have not been the dominant manufacturer. It has definitely been Ford and Dodge, which has been pretty interesting. Now, Chevrolet, their best cat right now is Dale Jr. Of course, you got Gordon, but he has not been the vintage Gordon that we all know and love. It has definitely been Dale Jr. putting the Monte Carlos in victory lane. And Billy Elliott's really trying to get around us, but we're going to hold him off, at least for now. Now, this is how this race is going to play out. We're only on lap 6, folks. I feel like I ran at least 10 or 11 laps, so this is a long, long race. 25 laps around here. You split it down the middle, well, we're talking about a 13-lap run. Do we pit on lap 13 or lap 14? That is going to be our call, because last year we made the winning call. We pitted when we needed to, we had a fast race car, and we won this thing. No question. Does Dale Jarrett have more speed than us right now? Oh my goodness. I mean, we almost won Phoenix this year, dude. Like, we were legit right there, and Mark Martin took the victory. We were there, man. I mean, we were there. I'm thinking, do we pit a lap ahead of Dale Jarrett and try to run down the gap with fresher tires, or do we pit with him, try to draft up to him? I mean, because we could outbrake him on pit road. You see what I'm saying? Like, we could just get ahead of him. I don't know, man. Personally, I think we play it safe. I think we go with Jarrett. I think pitting early could be costly. But we've seen the AI pit early and cycle out as the leader. Mark Martin did that. Actually, no, Mark Martin pitted late at Phoenix, and he ended up winning the race. So, strategy is definitely a factor in the Thunder games. You do see strategy come into play. It's not just, you know, oh, pit at this lap. No, you can cycle ahead. It really just depends how the field is, man. It really does. We're halfway on gas. We might be able to pit a little bit, you know, a little bit later in the run, honestly. Because if we're just on halfway at lap 9, so yeah, there is a strategy play here. We could pit at the earliest opportunity, which would be lap 18. Well, not lap 18, but let's see, if we ran 9 laps, if we were to pit window, we might be able to make it. If we waited a few more laps, we might be able to make it. Because see, we've run 9 laps now. So 9, probably about 14 laps a tank. 25 lap race. So when it comes to 14 to go, we could pretty much we are in our fuel window. Question is it worth it, man? Is it worth pitting that early and then having just god awful tires at the end? That's the strategy we're going to be facing right now. And to be honest with you, I think we can outrun Dale Jarrett. I really do. I think if we get this car tuned in a little bit better, I really do think we can outrun Dale Jarrett. I don't think we're in a position where we need to try a strategy that's different than Dale Jarrett. I think we just need to just beat him on what he's doing. I'm pushing the car as hard as I can. And the tires, it's not landing, man. Look at this. I'm out of the gas when he's in the gas. And it's just, we're running two different lines, essentially. So, our front tires were shot. We don't have a bite. But once again, man, about 14 laps. That's what I'm seeing that is a good rounded number for a fuel run. And pit road is already open. We are seeing takers. Tires are worn. We are losing time. So, we could pit here, folks. We've been burned pitting early, though. That's the problem. But we are losing time to Dale Jarrett. Thing is, we pit with him and we don't pass him. I don't know, man. You know, I still say we need to pit with him. Maybe I'm making the wrong call here, but I'm going to still pit with him. You know, we've kind of played that strategy now. Sure, we're losing time, but I think pitting early would do us more harm than good because we've pitted early before and it really messed us up. There's Rusty Wallace, last week's winner off pit road, and I mean our tires just ate up, man. Do we pit now, man? Do we pit now? Oh. I wish I knew exactly when Jarrett's pitting. That's my issue. We're losing time, man. Do we say screw it and go and pit right now? We got a points race, man. We can't take a shot. We're gonna stay out. I'm gonna run with Dale Jarrett. That's what we're gonna do. He's obviously faster on older tires. Whoa, big bobble there on the bottom. It's going to be a Kenseth. Got a little loose coming off the apron. Yeah, man, we are losing so much time to the leader. I just need Jarrett to pit, man. I need Jarrett to pit. Please pit, Jarrett, please. He's not pitting. Okay, we're going to have to pit this time. We're going to have to. We're out of gas at this point. Yeah, we're going to have to pit. Look how fast Kenseth's gaining on us with those fresh tires. The only good thing about this is, oh god, they're getting really messed up on that bottom apron. The only good thing about this is that we're going to have a fast car at the end of this run, near the end of the race, but the bad thing is we're going to lose so much ground staying out here. A caution would just be a miracle right now. Come in, get our service, and be back on the racing surface. Yeah, he's coming in. Okay, we're going to have to get really hot on pit road. Alright, no damage repair. We are going to turn this thing. We're going to just we're going to take a swing at it, man. We're going to take a swing at it. See if we can try to, you know, mix it up and get a better handling race car to run Dale Jarrett down for this win. But with Jarrett staying out so long, he might have been playing for a caution. So we might have just walked down a trap at this point. But to be honest with you, I'm willing to take the gamble. We got a slow, I wouldn't say slow, but decently slow pit stop. But meanwhile, Dale Jarrett's already away, and that's the gamble. You know, it would have been worse if we didn't get so hot on pit road. Like we really had to earn it. But this is going to be unfortunate. Do we have the race car now to run Dale Jarrett down? That is the question. Oh, thanks, Dale. I'll take all the draft I can get. We're up to 10th, though. So even if we don't cycle up to have a chance to run down Dale Jarrett, we still got a pretty darn fast race car. And we're having a pretty good run today. But I don't know. We're going to have to see how this one plays out. Is it doable? Can we win this race by running these cats down? Yes, it is doable. We have time. But is those adjustments really going to set the difference? That's the problem, is that... Oh my god, man. That apron is just... It is slippery down there. Can we run down the leaders, man? We have draft. We have the draft, man. That's just going to sail us across the back straightaway. Can we catch them on these tires? Their tires are going to be older than ours, too. That's another factor. Staying out long allowed us to have a better tire situation, but after a few laps, they're going to become scuffs. And once they're scuffs, then they're pretty much the same equal amount. There's not really a huge difference. I mean, we were going to blow up this engine running this fast. Whoa, Harvick. Bobby Labonte racing hard through 1 and 2. They're right there, man. But we have a lot of time, to be honest. 7 laps around Auto Club is nothing to shy at. That's a good amount of time, but I just don't know if we have the race car to make up the ground that we've lost. A top 5 would be amazing, though. I will say that. But, I mean, we got Richmond coming up. We got Talladega coming up. We got some opportunities to win. You know, it's not like, oh my god, we got to win 14 races again 2 years in a row. No, I'm not about that. I'm about, hey, go out here, do our best, try to win a race. Let's just try to get a top 5, man. You know, if we can do that before our tires kill, I think we'll be good. One thing about these Roush horses, they draft so freaking good as Bobby tries to block us. He doesn't want to give up the spot, but too bad. I mean, look at the run we're having right now. Car is fast, and that's the difference between old and new tires, is that staying out long enough, in my opinion, turned out to be the right call. Because we were able to save a little bit extra tires, and now look at the situation we're in. Sorry, Newman. We're already up back to the top 5, and we got 5 circuits to go. We were really talking about a good opportunity for a top 3, if not more. But it just depends how long the tires are going to last. I am pushing the car to the max. I'm not saving anything, to be honest. I'm not saving anything. A caution right now, oh my lord, would be amazing. Get the cars bunched up, use that draft on the back straightaway, and we definitely could win this thing. Oh my goodness. If our engine starts smoking, it's because I'm pushing the car to the maximum right now. Like, I am redlining the RPM so close right now. Like, it's a wonder it's still alive. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. We are pushing this thing as hard as I can. Oh my god! Look at this! Speaking of engine failures, Matt Kenseth blows a second straight engine. Not second straight, but 2 out of 3 race stretch. Blows an engine. Oh my god, man, that could have been terrible. So speaking of Roush engine failures, Matt Kenseth loses his. We lose a little ground to Dale Jarrett as Gordon checks up. Oh my lord. Was that could have been catastrophic, man, because we could have ran right into the back of Kenseth, spun out, and got collected. Oh my god, that could have been catastrophic. And that was just amazing. So now we're up to second, back to the same scenario we were before the pit cycle. So following Dale Jarrett and his alternative strategy was the right call. But with 3 laps to go around here, I just don't think we're going to have enough for Dale Jarrett. I really do. I don't think we're going to have enough. You know, I'm trying, man. I am trying. I'm pushing the car to its limit. Got a little nose damage. It's not going to help us. And personally, I think Gordon being ahead of us would have been a much better thing to run down Dale Jarrett. We don't have the drafting help. Just don't have the drafting help, and I think Dale Jarrett's going to walk away with this one. I do think our tires are worn. But let me tell you, man, we rallied from, what, 10th or 11th position all the way to second place. I think that was the right call. Staying out was the right call. I was really worried about it too. I was like, you know what? We need a pit. We need to pit. Our tires are shot. We're losing so much ground to Dale Jarrett. Staying out allowed us to get a little bit better tires, and we ran down 10 cars pretty much, and now we're sitting at another solid finish for the Sitco Ford Taurus and everyone back at Roush Racing. So it was a risky call, but it was the right call, and that's the good thing. You know, we finished first here last year, and I think we finished like 19th in 2002. We're going to end up finishing second here most likely if we don't blow an engine like our buddy Kenseth. But let me tell you, Dale Jarrett was just so darn fast today. And hey, a second place finish, man, to be honest with you, first place gets 175 points, second place gets 170. You know, everything else is bonus points. So, I mean, it's a 5-point difference. I don't care. You're practically getting the same amount of points as the winner. Dale Jarrett's going to win the Auto Club 500 as we get really loose there. Wow. Let me tell you, that could have been catastrophic with Kenseth. Oh my goodness. So we were 4 positions ahead of Sterling Marlin at the end. What a crazy race, man. That is California Speedway for you. Wow. What an amazing race. Dale Jarrett's going to go back to victory lane. Whew. We came close, man. We came close. We didn't lead a lap. He's going to get 185, but guess what? We got 170. I will take it. We needed a good finish, man. Another good finish for the team. And, wow, what a crazy race. And I'm curious to see where the 41 car finished. He rounded out this the 41 car got the 23rd. And Wimmer rounded out to top 30 finish. And, oh, God, Ashton Lewis. So, yeah, definitely a really weird top 10. You know, interesting qualifying session, but no question. It was the UPS Ford that was victorious in Fontana. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We'll be going to, I don't even remember the next track, because I don't even know. We'll be going to a track next time. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're having a great one out there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. DIECAST Buffet, signing off.